All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm just going to get set up for the news. You'll notice right away, yesterday's trades closed. Everything closed at target. This is the day before with break even and all that good stuff. So here we are waiting for US news to come along and basically rock our world, right? It is Tuesday, the 27th of February, and we're waiting for consumer confidence, Richmond Fed numbers. That should be coming out in about 2 minutes or so, right? So when we look at this, our plan from yesterday held up. We were short from here. The most heat we took was literally 3 boxes, and everything closed according to plan. Right, so we're hoping to repeat a similar process today, right? We have a higher high, we have a higher low, we have a red candle, and we're moving away from the high. Or we're moving away from yesterday's high. And so with today's news coming up in a minute or so, we'll have tested either the ceiling or we'll be testing the floor. All right, so as we speak, we are at support right here. All right, so 840. If 840 holds, we're going to 890. If 840 breaks, we're going to 790, 785. Right, so we are literally in the center of the range. Just in time for the news, which comes in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I put the squawk on mute, just so it doesn't interfere with what we're trying to do here. I'll just watch and see what happens now. So we'll let that play through. Actual number is 106. The forecast was supposed to be 115. All right, so I'm selling resistance. Sorry, I'm in one of my other accounts over here. I'm just positioning myself for a few minutes from now. Just give me a sec. All right, so here we are. Right, the news has come out. If we go to a 5-minute chart, you can already see, the ladder from yesterday is being used again today. And so on and so forth. Right, so as long as we're going down the ladder, you and I are going to be selling green candles. All right, so I just took a trade just to get the ball rolling. I'm using yesterday's boxes. Here's that green candle I want to sell into. So there's 2. And if it pushes slightly higher, maybe I'll take 3 or 4. Right, so ideally I want to be selling resistance, right? So there's a third one. And I'm going to be repeating this process all day. Right, so the main objective here is to wait out the news, right? See what the news does. Sometimes the spreads are crazy, sometimes the move itself is crazy, irregardless of what the news event was. Right? And then as the news comes out, it pushes into resistance, it pushes into support, it pushes into something, that you can exploit. Right, so here's the fourth click that I'm taking. Right, if you go and look at the calendar, there may be 8:30 news. Right, so in 30 minutes, we'll have something else to look forward to. I'll turn the squawk back on. All right, and we'll be able to listen to the events as they come through. All right, so here I have 4 clicks. If I get a chance to, maybe I'll put a 5th one. I just double check the size of this box. It seems small. Yeah, oh, I'm on a 5-minute chart. That's why. There we go. That's better. I had to go to a 5-minute so I could take the picture for the video, yesterday's video, which will be uploaded in about an hour. So here's our regular box. Double check. Yep. And here I am selling at the top of the box. Right, you want to be selling today. Don't need to argue a good thing. I can remove this and I can remove that. Right, there's our ladder for now. If we go to yesterday, we can find levels that will be useful for us now. Stuff like this, and so on and so forth. All right, so we've closed a couple of winners already. Let's see if we can recycle some of this. All right, we don't want to go crazy with the recycling. The trades have to close before we open more. Just like that. All right, so if we can repeat this, that's kind of what we're trying to do here. Right, getting ready for the breakdown into the other box. There we go. So far we've closed all of our trades. The S&P is falling. Dollar index is going up. Yields are going up. Right, so we look at this every day. Yields, the US 10-year yield is going up. Dixie is going up. Treasury paper is going down. Bonds are going down. Here's a green candle. I can sell that. Right? And I'm selling not at random, but I'm selling in this zone around here. Right, all of this area here. Curious to see what gold is doing right now. Gold is looking bearish, but it is also at support. Right. As usual, we don't want to sell gold, so wait for an opportunity to buy it and then buy cheap. Okay, so here we are back in the box. I only have 2 trades at this level right here. And when I'm looking at on my left, I'll take a number 3 trade. And here maybe I'd take a 4th and even a fifth. We're testing 840, we're testing the previous low. As long as we stay below the previous low, there's a high probability that, you know, things will go lower over time. All right, let's see. I'm waiting to see where I can put this box. I'll take a sell trade right now. I'm at 4. All right, we want to see some of these trades recycle, preferably on their own. Everything we've done yesterday closed, profitable. Today we're just going to add to that.
Barclays raises year-end 2024 S&P 500 target to 5,300 from 4,800.
All right, and I need to close some to open some. Right. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Right. There's nothing wrong with 3 pips, 3 pips, 3 pips. You'll notice by now, you know, after watching me do this for a couple of months, we're not hitting the ball out of the park.
US Treasury yields extend losses after US consumer confidence report. 10-year yield last down 1.2 basis points at 4.287%.
We tend to keep going around the bases, you know, 3 pips or something within 36 pips. Let's see if it's a swing trade. And so 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio is highly likely with a really high win rate. All right, let's see this. We need this to drop about 3 to 4 pips. All right. Game of excellence requires we show up every day, do the best we can with the information we have, and try to be better than the day before. All right. If we wait for perfection, we'll never get started. And likewise, if you're waiting for perfection on the exit of the trades, a lot of times you're going to give up on good profits. Right, let's see what comes next here. All right, ideally somewhere 4 boxes lower from here. Right, so 36 pips lower is ultimately the target. 36 pips lower takes us right to 08, or just around 08. Right, so if this is a bearish day, we stack boxes to the bottom, maybe we're going to be making lower lows. Right. If it's a bullish day, then we start adding boxes to the top, and ultimately, if we do add boxes to the top, we're trying to break last week's high. Right, so when we're looking at it on the daily, the 2 yellow lines highlight last week, and this is today with yesterday, this week. Right, so we're well within last week, and as far as this is concerned, we're not making higher highs. Well, we were, but not anymore. Right, we're back to support. Let's see if support will hold, or if support fails, maybe we start heading lower, right? Maybe this is support. Right? Stuff like this. Okay, so let's keep an eye open. Let's try and see what today can do. Right? This would be an average day, about 60 pips. The average is 51, small average. We're not even there yet. Right, so how will we fulfill an average day of work? I suspect we're going to be doing it on the bottom. All right, so slow and steady. No need to panic as long as we have plan B and plan C and we have money to fix our errors. Right, this is beautiful. Right, I only have 2. There's a green candle. I'll take a third one. Right. Just trying to pace things out in case we are wrong on our assessment, and things go up the ladder instead of down the ladder. We have to be willing, able, capable, to engineer our exit. And that's usually not free, right? So you have to spend a little bit of money, like an insurance company, you spend money to save money. And that's the idea, that's the mindset, that's the thesis behind this strategy, right? It's okay to be a little bit early on the trade because we will be layering in the risk that we're willing to expand, right? We're willing to take this risk. That's why I'm putting it on, right? 1% per box. I earn the right to grow as the account grows, right? 1% grows with the account. And so it's not strenuous, it's not complicated, it's consistent. Every few months you recalculate what 1% is and you adjust your size and you keep on going. And you don't adjust size every single day. Do it every 3 months or so. Earn the right to grow. Right? There's resistance right when I look to my left. Right? I'll take a 5th trade right there. I should have waited for a green candle, but I'm impatient today. All right, so there's still more news in about 10 minutes, 13 minutes. We have to be cautious. Other than that, it's clear sailing for the rest of the day. All right, it is what they say, turnaround Tuesday, so to speak.
Taking a look at the fear and greed index, 77 out of 100, equaling extreme greed, and the crypto fear and greed index, 79 out of 100, also equaling extreme greed. And taking a look at the VIX, currently down 1.38% at 13.54.
I want the VIX over 14 so I can close on some calls. Come on. Waiting to recycle trades. That's no. You'll hear me say that every day. It's the hardest part. Everything slowed right down. All right. If you can take a trade right here, put one on. I have my 4, 5 already spent. So I will refrain from putting any more on there. With all the news out of the way, it's a lot easier to move about and make a little bit of money along the way. All right, there we are. Nice little doji. Let's see if this turns into a 3-bar reversal right here. And we need a close below the low of the apex. Right, so if this current candle, candle number 3, closes below the low of the highest candle, that will be a 3-bar reversal. And that usually initiates a move in our favor. In this case, a move in my favor. If we break the high of the apex, then the apex becomes the new measure bar, and the current high becomes the high. Right? The apex is still in place. We've just moved the apex. Right? So this idea of 3-bar reversals, it's a moving target. And they're everywhere. There's just too many of them. You have to find ways to filter them away. And usually that's at support or at resistance. All right, so looking to our left, this is holding. All right. We want to sell this if you can. If you can afford to, take a click right there. This area right around here seems interesting to price. Oh, here we are, right there. So we moved the apex, we moved the measure bar, everything shifted over by 2 bars, and now we're trying to break below the low right here. Let's wait this out. Let's see what comes next. A few more minutes, about 6 more minutes, we'll have the rest of the news come through. The Dallas Fed service and Dallas Fed services revenue. Right? It is a service economy. Right? Be careful with this. Right? In order to go lower, we have to get back below 840. Right? We have to get back below this level here, this 840 level. We're right there now. If you're trading, indices, S&P 500, NASDAQ, stuff like that, today is typically considered turnaround Tuesday. And considering it is the 27th, 2 days before the end of the month, it would be also value date. And so we would expect flows to come through in about 30 minutes from now. Because of the day of the month. Right. A few more minutes and the air will be clearer. The fog of war will lift a little bit. Even the chatterbox is really low and slow right now. About 3 minutes to go. I'm positioning sells in some of my other accounts. I'm using limit orders. above the current price. I'm just looking to sell any move higher. That's right. That's what we want to see. You know, the recycling is key to this whole strategy. Right? That's how we keep a win rate, and the win rate is what compensates for the handful of losses we find our way through. The bigger picture is always the guide. We don't want to fight that. Beautiful. Slow and steady. Right? If you can take clicks in this area here and you kind of a green candle, sell it, sell into it. News comes in about 50 seconds. About 30 seconds. All right. Let's see. Non-event. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Still waiting. There we are. There we are. There we are. There we are. All right, closing a bunch of trades. All right, and then any move higher you want to sell into. I'm just going to close these right now. There we go. Take a picture of this, and I'm going to call it a day. This will be a low, slow, minimal amount of stress type of day. All right, we're just going to take a picture of this. And this is it. This is today's work right there. All right, might as well leave the casino on a high note, right, before the casino turns around and takes it all back. Okay, so we've executed about, what, 15 trades? If you're going to continue trading, the plan is we sell green candles and we're looking for 800. we're looking for 4 boxes lower. Okay, we're gonna call it a day at 33 minutes. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun, everyone. Trade safe, trade small. Bye.